Hello dear friends, today we will have a discussion on natural vegetation and wildlife. It is a 9th class geography chapter. This chapter is very important for all competitive exams and also students who are studying in 9th standard. Let us see what this chapter teaches. See, here they have given that our country India, it is one of the 12 mega biodiversity rich country. See, this point is very important. Our India is one of the 12 mega biodiversity country. Let us learn what is this term mega biodiversity means. See, mega biodiversity definition is here. See, megadiversity is a term used to define the world's top biodiversity rich countries. These are the countries which have varieties of plant and animal species. They are very rich in varieties of plants and animals. See, this is the world's top biodiversity rich countries. Our India also one of the nation in these 12 biodiversity rich countries alli nama India kuda irodu very proud thing agide. See, these points are helpful for answer writing and also if short notes. See, with about 47,000 plant species in India, it occupies 10th place in the world, 4th in Asia. These are not so important, but you for answer writing and other things, you just mug up these facts. About 15,000 flowering plants are there, which account for 6% of the world's total number of flowering plants. Our country India also has many non-flowering plants. This is very important for MCQ type questions. They may ask you which of the following plants are non-flowering plants. They will give one of these option as the answer. What are those non-flowering plants which are there in our country? Andre ferns, algae and fungi. These three are non-flowering plants that are there in our country. India also has approximately 90,000 species of animals as well as a rich variety of fishes in the marine and freshwater. Here they have given the definition of natural vegetation. Let us see what does the mean natural vegetation means. Natural vegetation refers to a plant community. It is a plant community grown naturally. This should not be planted by human beings. They should be grown naturally without any human aid. Okay na? Without any human aid and left undisturbed. They should not be disturbed by human beings. They are left undisturbed by human beings for long period of time. This definition is very important. If they ask you what is the definition of natural vegetation means, natural vegetation refers to plant community grown, it should be grown naturally, it should not be disturbed by human being, it should be left undisturbed by human beings for long period of time. This is also termed as virgin vegetation. This is also called as virgin vegetation. Thus, cultivated crops and fruits, orchard form part of vegetation but not a natural vegetations. See, the plants, crops, fruits, what we grow in our farm field are not natural vegetation. Natural vegetation means it should not be with the help of human aid. Okay na? See, here they have given do you know. Let us see. Virgin vegetation two types irutte. One is endemic, another one is exotic plants. Endemic andre enu andre they are purely Indian based plants. They are indigenous species. Whereas exotic species or exotic plants are taken from outside India. They are taken from the outside India and planted here. Those plants are called as exotic plants. We call them as exotic plants. The term flora denotes plants, whereas the term fauna denotes animals. How you can remember andre? See, flora ali enide ellide. L andre plant. L illi kuda baruttalla. Whereas fauna, see, N ಇದೆ, animal kuda N barutte, animal. This is how you can remember the terms, plant and animal. Fauna andre animal, flora andre plants. Let us see what are the different types of vegetation that are there in our country. Major types of vegetation that are there in our country. There are 5 major types. What are those andre? See, tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, tropical thorn forest and scrubs. Why this term is repeatedly used andre? Our country India is located in tropical region. Our country India is located in tropical region, that is why they have used this term. Tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, tropical thorn forest and scrubs. And another 2 types of forest antandre montane forest and another one is mangrove forest. Montane itself says as it is mountain region alliruvanta forest agide, mountain region. This mangrove forest elli barutte antandre coastal region alli barutte, coastal areas alli iruvanta forest idagide, mangrove forest. Let us briefly discuss what are these types of vegetation. Let us first learn what is tropical evergreen forest. See, these forests are restricted to the heavy rainfall. The regions which have very heavy rainfall have this type of evergreen forest. See, the term itself says it is a evergreen. It always green alva. These forests do not shed their leaves. They appear green whole of the year. They are found in western Ghats of our country and also in the island groups of Lakshadweep, Andaman and Nicobar, upper parts of Assam and Tamil Nadu coast. See, these places are very important. They will give you where we can find tropical evergreen forest in our country anta kelidre. What are those places? Areas of western Ghats, islands of Lakshadweep, Andaman and Nicobar, upper parts of Assam and Tamil Nadu. These regions have tropical evergreen forest. At their best, in areas having more than rainfall 200 centimeter, those places which have rainfall more than 200 centimeters have this type of forest. With short dry season, trees reach a great height up to 60 meters. They have a very tall trees. Since the region is warm and wet throughout the year, it has a luxuriant vegetation of all kinds. These type of forest contains all types of plants. What are those kinds antandre? Trees, shrubs and creepers, giving it a multi-layered structure. Let us see how it looks, how tropical evergreen forest looks anta nodana. See, in this picture you can see tropical evergreen forest. You can see tall trees here, right? You can see tall trees here. Also, it has small trees, shrubs, creepers which goes along this tall trees. These are the called we call it as a trees. Creepers. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳ್ಳಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಅವನು ಕ್ರೀಪರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂತಾರೆ. Here they have given the important plant species which are found in tropical evergreen forest. These are very important. You try to mug up these facts, okay? Ebony, mahogany, rosewood, rubber and cinchona. These are the major varieties of plants which are found in tropical evergreen forest. They will ask you in MCQ type questions, okay? Mahogany, ebony, rosewood, rubber and cinchona. These types of plants are found in tropical evergreen forest. Common animals ಯಾವಿದಾವೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲಿಫೆಂಟ್, ಮಂಕಿ, ಲೆಮೂರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೀರ್. ಒನ್ ಹಾರ್ನ್ ರೈನೋಸಾರಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಜಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸ್ಸಾಂ ಅಂಡ್ ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಹಾರ್ನ್ ರೈನೋಸಾರಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಒನ್ ಹಾರ್ನ್ ರೈನೋಸಾರಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅಸ್ಸಾಂ ರೀಜನ್. Let us see what is the meaning of this tropical deciduous forest. Tropical deciduous forest. See, this forest is the most widespread forests of India. If anybody asks you which type of forest is most widely spread in our country, andre the answer is tropical deciduous forest. It is most widespread forest of India. This is also called as monsoon forest. See, in MCQ type of questions, they give you option ಏನಂತ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಟ್ರಾಪಿಕಲ್ ಡೆಸಿಡಿಯಸ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಂತಾದರೂ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಮಾನ್ಸೂನ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಾದರೂ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇವೆರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗನ್ನೇ ಕೊಡ್ತವೆ. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ವೈಡ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಮಾನ್ಸೂನ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಾದರೂ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಟ್ರಾಪಿಕಲ್ ಡೆಸಿಡಿಯಸ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಾದರೂ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. those regions which have rainfall between 200 centimeter to 70 centimeter is have tropical deciduous forest, whereas see this evergreen forest ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು ರೈನ್ಫಾಲು ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 200 centimeter ಇತ್ತು, whereas in deciduous forest ಅಲ್ಲಿ between 200 centimeter to 70 centimeters. And also one of the major differences, they shed their leaves for about 6 to 8 months, 8 weeks in a dry summer season. That is why they do not appear green all through the year, whereas in this forest they do not shed their leaves. That's why we call it as evergreen forest, whereas this type of forest we call it as deciduous forest. Let us see how it looks in picture. See, this type of forest we call it as deciduous forest. Here you cannot see this tree has shed their leaves. Alva? It is not evergreen type of forest. This is a dry deciduous forest. What type of forest? Tropical deciduous forest. There are two types of deciduous forest. What are those? Based on the rainfall, it is divided into wet and dry. Wet andre ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, if rainfall is between 200 to 100 centimeter, we call it as wet deciduous forest, whereas if rainfall is below 100 centimeter, we call it as dry deciduous forest. Wet deciduous forest ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀಜನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಈಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಈಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್, ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದಿ ಫೂಟ್ ಹಿಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಮಾಲಯಾಸ್ and on the eastern slopes of Western Ghats. Teak is the most dominant species in this wet deciduous forest. Also you can find bamboos, sal, shisham, sandalwood, khair and kusum. These are the types of varieties of plants we can find in this wet deciduous forest. ಇವಾಗ ಡ್ರೈ deciduous forest ಅಂದರೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. The places which have rainfall between 100 centimeter to 70 centimeter, we call it as dry deciduous forest. They are found in rainier parts of the peninsular plateau and plains of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. Let us see, they have given the map here. Right. See, you can see this is the tropical deciduous forest. Most widespread forest in our country ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ tropical deciduous forest. These are the evergreen forest. Assam, West Bengal ಮತ್ತು Western Ghats you can find tropical evergreen forest, whereas this region you can find dry deciduous forests. Here they have given the other important trees which are found in dry deciduous forest. What are those? Teak, sal, people and neem grow here. Larger part of this region cleared for cultivation and other purposes. Common animals have with lion, tiger, pig, deer and elephant. These are the important characteristics you have to remember for exams and MCQ type of questions. What are the major differences between evergreen and deciduous forest? Let us say this has rainfall more than 200 centimeter. It has rainfall between 200 centimeter to 70 centimeter. It has evergreen forest. They do not shed their leaves. That's why they appear green throughout the year. Do not shed their leaves. Whereas in this type of forest, trees shed their leaves for 6 to 8 weeks in a year during dry season. Shed their leaves. These are the two major points you should remember. They will ask you this type of questions. Let us say, what is the next topic is the thorn forest, tropical thorn forest and scrubs. The regions which have less than 70 centimeter rainfall have thorny trees and shrubs. Bushes. Where these forests are located ಅಂತಂದರೆ northwestern part of the country. What are those northwestern part ಅಂತಂದರೆ the region which have semi-arid areas like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. Let us see in the map. See, in this part of the country has thorn and scrubs. They have very less rainfall. ಮರುಭೂಮಿ ಅಂತ ಇರುವಂಥ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಥಾರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರಬ್ಸ್ಗಳು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 70 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್. ವಿ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸಮ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮಧ್ಯ ಪ್ರದೇಶ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಗುಜರಾತ್, ಮೇಜರ್ಲಿ ಗುಜರಾತ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಾಜಸ್ಥಾನ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ರೀಜನ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಥಾರ್ನಿ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್. Trees are very scattered. They have long roots. Why? They need water to survive. That's why they have very long roots that penetrate deep into the soil so that they get the moisture from the underground. This is the very important characteristics of the trees and plants which are grown in thorny forest. What is the major important character antandre? They have very long roots which penetrate deep into the soil so that they get the moisture they require for their growth. And also it has a very distinctive feature. What is this andre? Their stems are very succulent. Succulent antandre eno? They hold the water. Succulent plants, they hold the water content in their stems. In their stems region. ತಿಕ್ಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದರ ಆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ತುಂಬ ತಿಕ್ಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಟು ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಥಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಟು ಮಿನಿಮೈಸ್ ದಿ ಎವಾಪೊರೇಷನ್. ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಂಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್. ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥಿಕ್ ಯಾಕಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಥಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಷ್ಟು ಎವಾಪೊರೇಷನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎವಾಪೊರೇಷನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೊದಲೇ ಈ ಡ್ರೈ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್, ಸೆಮಿ ಅರಿಡ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿನ ನೀರಿನ ಅವೈಲಬಿಲಿಟಿ ತುಂಬ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್. ದೀಸ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಗಿವ್ ವೇ ಟು ದಿ ಥಾರ್ನ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರಬ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅರಿಡ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಆರ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ರ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್, ಮೈಸ್, ರ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಸ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. See, important plants they have given is acacias, palms, euphorbias and cacti. Alva, these are the very important plants that are grown in thorns and scrub forests. Next variety is montane forest. The term itself says where mountain regions alli we can see this type of forest, montane forest. In mountain areas, decrease in temperature. See, as we go above the mountain, temperature decreases. Here temperature will be high, whereas here temperature will be very, very low. Even it can reach up to -°C also. Decreasing temperature with the increasing altitude ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Increasing height ಅಂತ. Corresponding change is the natural vegetation. As we go above, there is a succession of natural vegetation belts from the tropical to tundra region. Here we can see tropical type of forest, whereas at the top of the mountain we can see tundra type of vegetation. Wet temperate types of forest are found between height of 100 to 1000 to 2000 meters. Evergreen broadleaf trees such as oaks and chestnuts and predominant are there in this region. Between 1500 to 3000 meters, temperate forest containing coniferous trees are found like pine, deodar, silver fir, spruce and cedar. These are the different kinds of plants as we find as we go from the hills. In this region, we find evergreen athwa tropical type of forest, whereas as we go up over the mountain, we find these type of conifers, cedar plants, temperate types of plants are there in the between 1500 to 3000 meters. sorry, southern slopes of Himalayas having high altitude in southern and northeast states have this type of forests. At higher elevations, temperate grasslands. As we go above the mountains, we find temperate grasslands only. We do not find any trees there. At high altitudes, generally more than 3600 meters, what happens is temperate forests and grasslands give way to alpine type of vegetation. Let us see what are the types of plants and trees which we see in mountain type of forest. See, this is the thorn and scrub type of forest. See, trees are very sparsely populated. They are scarcely populated. See, they have spiny bushes and they have very less green type of trees. This is the mountain type of forest. You can see in this region, in lower region, you find evergreen and deciduous type of forest, tropical forest. As we go above the mountains, we type coniferous trees. Here you can see only alpine type of vegetation. Alpine andre eno only grasslands galu irutade. Grasslands. You can find only grasses here. Here you can find conifer type of forest. Here tropical types of forest. This is the mountain forest. This is the mountain forest. Where did I stop here? Yeah, I think, yeah. Ultimately, through scrubs and soil, they merge into alpine flatlands. They are used, these grasslands are used by nomadic tribes for grazing animals. They have sheep and goats alva. They use these grasslands for grazing animals. Who are those nomadic tribes antandre? Gujars and Bakrawals. These are two types of nomadic tribes whom they use these alpine grasslands for grazing animals. At higher altitudes, you will find mosses and lichens. These are type of plants which are found in the at tundra vegetation. At top of the hill, you can find mosses and lichens at top of the mountains. Common animals that are spotted here antandre Kashmiri stag, spotted deer, wild sheep, jackrabbit. These are the different types of animals you find in montane forests. Let us see the last type of forest, that is mangrove forest. Mangrove tidal forests, they usually find in where coast tides meet this beach type of areas irutala. See, in this region you can find the mangrove type of forest. Mangrove tidal forests are found in the areas of coast influenced by the tides. Mud and silt. See, here you can find mud and silt. Marul anta helತೀವಲ್ಲ, mud and silt. ಮರಳಿರೋ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ this type of forest we see. Mangrove type of forest. Dense mangroves are common varieties with roots. What is the distinctive character of mangrove forest? They have roots which are submerged in the water. They have the roots which are submerged in the water. See, in this picture you can see its roots are submerged in this water, coastal water. Where this forest found antandre deltas of Ganga, Mahanadi, Krishna, Godavari and Kaveri regions, where these rivers meet the sea, that places have this type of forest. Deltas of Ganga, Mahanadi, Krishna, Godavari and Kaveri has this type of mangrove type of forest. In the Ganga Brahmaputra delta, Sundari trees are found. What are this? This is a type of tree, Sundari tree. Sundari tree. Tree name is Sundari, which provide durable hard timber. It provides hard timber for the people. Palm, coconut, Kiora, agar, etc. also grows here. Royal Bengal tiger is the most famous animal found in this region. which is the region which it contains Royal Bengal tiger ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ mangrove forest. These are the areas which have Royal Bengal tigers. ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. See, this is the regions of deltas of many rivers. This is the delta of Godavari. This is the delta of Brahma and Ganga and Brahmaputra. Here you can find Sundari trees and also Royal Bengal tiger. Mangrove forest ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Here they have given the medicinal plants and their uses. You just have to mug up these plant names and what they are used for. That too, this sarpagandha is very important. It is used to treat blood pressure. It is found only in India. This is very special point, special thing. This plant, sarpagandha plant, is found only in India. Sorry, juice from ripe fruit is used to prepare vinegar. Here they are given the advantages of these plants and their parts used. You just glance through these parts, facts, you will get to know their uses. Here they are given the about wildlife. Like its flora, India also very rich in flora. It contains, our country contains varieties of animals. Approximately 90,000 of animal species are found in our country. 2,000 species of birds also found in our country. Both of these constitute about 13% of the world's total flora. Fauna. There are around 2,546 species of fish which account for the nearly 12% of the world's stock. This point is used for answer writing or any other your short notes type of questions only. They are not asked in the MCQ type of questions. Okay, you just read this paragraph, you will get to know the facts. You just mug up the facts, that's it. They have given the different types of plants, animals which are specifically found in a particular region. See, these elephants are found in the hot wet forests of Assam, Karnataka and Kerala. One-horned rhinoceros they live in swampy and marshy lands of Assam and West Bengal. Arid areas contains like Run of Kutch and Thar deserts ಏನೇನೆಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್ಗಳು and ವೈಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸಸ್ಗಳು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. These are the different kinds of other animals found in India. This point is very important. Do you know? This question is asked many times in MCQ type of questions. Say, our India has formed a Wildlife Protection Act. When? Under 1972. This year is very important. Our government has made Wildlife Protection Act which is implemented in 1972. India is the only country in the world that has both tigers and lions. This is very special. They may ask you which of the following country has both lions and tigers antandre India is the only country in the world that has both tigers and lions. Natural habitat of the lion is Gir forest. This is also very important. Gir forest alli ee Indian lion ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸಿಗೋದು ಓನ್ಲಿ ಗಿರ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಜರಾತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. This point also very important. This is the natural habitat for Indian lions where Gir forest in Gujarat. Tigers are found in forest of Madhya Pradesh, Sundarbans of West Bengal and also Himalayan regions. Leopards and other cat families also lives there. Gir forest is the last remaining habitat of Asiatic lion. This is very important. This question is asked in many types of competitive exams. Which of the following forest is the last remaining habitat of Asiatic lion? This part is very important. Asiatic lion ಇರುವಂಥ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು? ಗಿರ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಗಿರ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ is the last remaining habitat of the Asiatic lion. Himalayas are a hard range of animals which survive in extreme cold. ಹಿಮಾಲಯಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಯೂಶಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಇರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ವೆದರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ವೆರೈಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್, ಶಾಗಿ ಹಾರ್ನ್ ವೈಲ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಸ್, Tibetan antelope, bharals. Sometimes they may give you this blue sheep ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಅದ್ರ ಬದಲು ಬಹರಲ್ ಅಂತಾದರೂ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಕಿಯಾಂಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತಾರೆ ಟಿಬೆಟನ್ ವೈಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. In the rivers and lakes also ಕ್ರೊಕೊಡೈಲ್ಸ್, ಟರ್ಟಲ್ಸ್, ಫಿಶಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತವಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿವರ್ಸ್, ಲೇಕ್ಸ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ crocodiles, turtles and gharials. Gharials is also one type of crocodile. Gharials only representative of a variety of crocodile found in the world today. This point is very important. Gharials ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? It's a only representative variety of the crocodile. It is also gharials, also crocodiles. Peacocks, pheasants, ducks, parakeets, there are the different types of birds which we find in our country. Edible plants ಇದಾವೆ, ಮೆಡಿಸನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಇದಾವೆ. These animals are used for transportation, meats and eggs. ಅದರ ಯೂಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. So we have n number of advantages from plants and animals. So we need to conserve those animals and plants. We do not harm them. See here they have in this map they have given some wildlife reserves. This is very very important. Just glance through this map and find the location which are different types of national parks, bird sanctuary, wildlife sanctuary which are found in our country ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ದಿಸ್. ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫಾಲ್ ನೋಡಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಒಡಿಶಾ. ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫಾಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಒಡಿಶಾ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್. Hence conservation of the animals and plants is very very essential. Due to exploitation of animals and plants by human very excessively, ecosystem has been very disturbed. About 1300 plants have been endangered and 20 species are extinct. Extinct antandeno, you cannot find them anymore. Whereas these 1300 plants are in an endangered species. If we do not take care of them, they will also become extinct in future days. And few animals also listed here. Main causes for this environmental destruction ಅಂತಂದರೆ mainly by hunting by greedy hunters. The human beings are very greedy ಅಲ್ವಾ, they hunt these animals for varieties of purpose, commercial purposes. Pollution is also one of the reasons. These chemical and industrial wastes are poured into forests and other rivers, so that introduction of alien species and reckless cutting of the trees to bring land and cultivationಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟೇಷನ್ ನಾವು ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ವೆರೈಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ರೀಸನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಅವರ್ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ದಿ ಫ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಬೈ ಅವರ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. 18 ಬಯೋಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬೀನ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟೆಡ್ formed by our country. In these 18 biosphere reserves, 12 are part of World Network Biosphere Reserves. What are those 12 biosphere reserves which are the part of World Network Biosphere Reserve ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. What are those ಅಂದರೆ ಸುಂದರ್ಬನ್ಸ್, ನಂದಾದೇವಿ, ಗಲ್ಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಮನ್ನಾರ್, ನೀಲಗಿರಿ, ನೋಕ್ರೆಕ್, ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ನಿಕೋಬಾರ್, ಸಿಮ್ಲಿಪಾಲ್, ಪಂಚ್ಮಾರಿ, ಅಚಾನಕ್ and ಅಮರ್ಕಂಟಕ್, Agastyamalai, Kanchenjunga, Panna. These are the 12 biosphere reserves. Our India has totally 18 biosphere reserves. Among these, 12 are the part of World Network Biosphere Reserves. These are very important. They may ask you this question in MCQ type of questions. What are other 18 biosphere reserves ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. You just glance through this biosphere reserves and also try to find these places in this map. They may ask you the states in which they are located. This ಸುಂದರ್ಬನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಗಲ್ಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಮನ್ನಾರಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ನೀಲಗಿರಿಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ತಮಿಳ್ನಾಡಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ನಂದಾದೇವಿಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊತ ಹೋಗಿ. ನಿಕೋಬಾರಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಮಾನಸಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಅಸ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಈ ಥರ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ವೈಸ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ. ಮೈಗ್ರೇಟರಿ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ರನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಚ್ at it is a place where desert merges with the sea. Flamingo birds, they come here. These are the migratory birds which come from other parts of the world. They come here and they form their nest, they grow their children there and they ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿವಸ ಆದಮೇಲೆ they flew away from this part. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು migratory birds ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Let us see few exercise questions. To which one of the following types of vegetation does rubber belong to? ಯಾವುದು? Rubber belong to tropical evergreen forest. That's why these ನಾನು ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ದಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀಜನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ರಬ್ಬರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಟ್ರಾಪಿಕಲ್ ಎವರ್ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಸಿಂಚಾನ ಆರ್ ದ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ನಿಯರೆಸ್ಟ್ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್ ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಳೆ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಚಾನ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ಗಳು ಸಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರೋದು 100 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್. ಯೂಶಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸಿಂಚಾನ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಎವರ್ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್. In which of the following state is the Simlipal? It is located in Odisha. That's why I have said you ಈ ಬಯೋಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಪಾಲಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಡಿಶಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ವಿಚ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಬಯೋಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಯೋಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಸ್? ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ 18 ಬಯೋಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 12 ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಯೋಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದೋಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಮಕಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ನೋಡೋಣ. ಮಾನಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇದೆ. ಗಲ್ಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಮನ್ನಾರ್, ನೀಲಗಿರಿ, ಸಿ ಗಲ್ಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಮನ್ನಾರ್ ಇದೆ, ಪನ್ನಾ, ನೀಲಗಿರಿ ಇದೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮಾನಸ್, ಪನ್ನಾ ಇದೆ, ನೀಲಗಿರಿ ಇದೆ, ಗಲ್ಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಮನ್ನಾರ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಮಾನಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ 12 ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಯೋಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಸ್. These are the answering type of questions. Just go through this and write your answers. Thank you. If you have any suggestions, just comment down below, and if you want any more videos, just tell me which are the chapters you need. I will make videos on them. Thank you.